Hey guys, it's Miranda here, Sunshine and Grace, and today is my day for the big collaboration with Rach and Bella Crafts of Junk Journal tips, tricks, and hacks for the month of February. And today we are doing DIY custom washi tape. It's really simple, and I'm going to show you two different methods of making it. And you're going to need some two-sided tape, some masking tape, and a printed napkin, any kind. I'm using that one because it was already ready. Some tissue paper, which I have this that was sent to me, and I absolutely think it's gorgeous. It was what my Happy Mail that arrived the other day was wrapped in, and I loved it, so I wanted to use it. Some tracing paper that you have printed a digital on, or you could just use some of these other materials. These are what I'm using, so I'm just kind of saying them as I go. And that is not cut apart, it is stripped. So, and some of the collage papers by Tim Holtz or something similar. We're going to use all four of these to make our own washi that matches our work. And I chose those four materials because they're the ones that I often work with anyways. In journals, I will sometimes rip a piece off and just like slap it on the page, or like with the where I printed my Bluebirds of Happiness washi strips on this tissue paper. That is exactly what they were designed for. That is why I put them in the kit, is to do things like this with. So yeah, let's just get to it then. How about it? Alright, you guys can see I have my new mat all fixed up. I'm loving it. Dollar Tree. I was so excited. We're going to start with the Tim Holtz, or the, not Tim Holtz. We're going to start with my Bluebirds of Happiness kit, because this is what I'm most excited about, because I need this done in washi. So, yeah. And we're going to start with our two-sided tape. This is so simple. I just kind of eyeball how big the strip I'm wanting to use is. You know, like how long. Flip this over. I printed this on the shiny side to make it look more like the Tim Holtz paper. But you can also print it on the not shiny. You can see how that looks a little different to make it look more like a napkin. Another bonus to using these. Okay. And then what I do is I just take and lay two-sided tape down. And I have found this works easiest for me. I mean, you can do other ways. And then I just don't let that white touch. Okay. And I like to go ahead and rip it because I don't mind having little strips of washi. And then what I do is I literally just take and rip right back up against that tape, and that backing will let it rip right off. We are doing it in strips tonight. It does not have to be perfect on the print, so you'll see there's a little rip there, and what we'll do is take some of this and cover that up. And it wrinkled a little bit, which is what caused the rip, but we just cover all that up with more of the paper. And then you just do the same down the other side. You can rip tight against it, or you can pull it a little looser if you like. I kind of do both because I don't mind that little bit of a jag every once in a while. I think it adds interest and makes it look more like it is custom. Okay, so we have one little spot we need to fix. Do we have a piece of tape wide enough? No, not right there. So what we're going to do is going to take this, and we're just going to kind of actually see right where the rip was. So we're going to line it back up, press it on there a little harder this time, and then hold that and push down. Okay, there we go. First strip done. That's done with two-sided tape. Now we're going to use this one. No, I wanted this one. That one right there. And we're going to use the masking tape, and it's basically the exact same thing, only that will be self-stick because you can peel the back off. This won't. And I'm actually going to measure it ahead of time. Peel that off and slap this bad boy down right smack in the center. Okay, there you go. You'll just add glue to the back of this with a glue stick or whatever, and then you do the same thing. If you want to burnish it a little bit on this one, because it is masking tape, which is not the most sticky thing in the world, you can. And what I do to make it easier to tear is I actually do roll it back onto the roll, and oh, no, that's not ripping at all. Well, there we go. Never mind what I say. Don't do that. Do what I do, which is literally just rip this little bad boy off of there. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it's actually ripping smoother if I go down against the tape and going against the back of the tape. So we'll try that. I make these all the time, but every time I make it, stuff goes different. Something will be different. I swear. I think sometimes if the humidity in the house is different, the tape rips different. But it is easy because it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Okay, second piece of DIY washi done. We are done with my digital print. We'll put it to the side. It was the most fiddly, so I wanted to get it out of the way first. Let's do the tissue paper. Now, this tissue paper has a rather large print to it, so I'm not even going to do it in this narrow two-sided tape. I'm literally just doing it with the masking tape because I would lose the crosses if I did it in that thin stuff. I've looked for two-sided tape in wider and couldn't find it, so we just had to make do with what we have, which is masking tape. But if you can find the two-sided tape in wide, it works the best because you can actually self-stick it. And then just kind of, you can kind of see the paper's turned upside down, but flip it back over, look at where you want. I'm going to come over close to this edge and do it there. Okay. And just lay your tape down. Try to get it smoother than I did. Pull it a little bit if you need to. Burnish it down a little bit. Oh wow, I'm just making a hot mess of that, ain't I? Yep, that sure am. Okay, let's get that off because we don't need that piece. Stick it to the side over here. Okay, and this piece, because my measuring skills were all that and a piece of cake, weren't they? Just wonderful. I have no measuring skills. Who am I kidding? I'm just like, good enough. I mean, I measure when it's important, like when I'm measuring pages for a book or something. If they need to be exact, I can make them exact. But it's not my favorite thing to do, you see. And yeah, it's just not. Okay, and then we just rip our strip down like this. And this will let you see the different looks you can get with different materials, because you really do get a very, very different look. I have even done this with like the thick foamy dimensional tape. I did have some on my desk that was done that way. I might still have it. Oh, no, I don't see it. Must have moved it. But there's that one. And if you want to clean those rough spots up, you can. But I think that really turned out cute. I was curious as to how that would play out, but it fit well. Move that one out of the way. I really like that. Okay, let's do the napkin. Napkin can be a little more fiddly. So what I'm going to do is just cut a piece of the napkin off. I do not need the whole thing. And so I'm just cutting one section out. Okay, there's that. Let's lay that there. And it's the exact same process. You just take your two-sided tape, pick a spot since this is thin, that there's quite a bit going on, and then tear it off. Okay. And tear against the back to pull the tape down into the tape, down into itself, or the napkin down into the tape to make it stick better. Tear slower than I did the first time. I had never had the tracing paper rip quite like that before on me, so that was kind of surprising for me. Usually it's pretty tough. That's why I do it, because usually it's the napkins that give me fiddly problems. This one seems to be holding up pretty good. I probably don't have it fully separated or something. There's probably like another layer I can't see. Okay, see? Now isn't that cute? Okay, now we're take it and flip it back over on its back side. Face down on the mat. And tear a piece of masking tape. Okay. And pick where you want it. I'm going to come really close to that torn edge, so I don't actually have to do anything there really, like if I don't want to. And just rip this side off. And I forgot to burnish it. Hopefully it sticks. Alright, okay. See, how easy is that, you guys? That's too much hanging off. We're going to have to rip it, at least a little bit. So how is everyone? I hope you guys are doing good. It is, well, it will be the 16th when this goes live. I'm recording early in case I have to do a couple of retakes. Y'all don't know how many times I have to retake videos. But I'm hoping this one comes out okay and I don't have to. Because I usually like and prefer the first run as far as seeming it's the most natural. You know what I mean? Okay, there we go. I love this. I could sit and do this all day. Okay, no, I'm going to go ahead and straight up say I love this stuff. And this was actually the first thing I ever did this with. So, okay, we're going to pick. These are going to be a little longer because I'm going to go lengthwise. I'm going to take right about there. And pick an area that is very pretty. See if we can get it close to that edge. Okay. Oh, we did. Got it right on. I'm not even going to worry about it. If I need to, I'll trim it with scissors later. Now, I'm going to burnish this because it's such a long strip. But it's going to take a lot of pressure when I start tearing. And if I'm doing just one material, like if I'm just doing one pattern or whatever, then I will usually leave it on the roll and just do it that way. But because I wanted to show all the different materials that I typically use, it was easier to do shorter strips. Because I could sit and do this all day. I have done rolls upon rolls of this stuff. And there you go. Is that not pretty? I mean, that one really gives a nice look too. That looks very, very much like actual washi. But custom for what you're doing in your journal. Okay, we're going to do it with we're going to literally put the masking tape right there on that because I love that ripped edge. Okay, let's get a piece off. Here we go. And down. Okay. Smush. Let it wrinkle there a little bit. That's okay. I think that size is close enough that we're going to leave it for now. Because when you glue it down, those little edges can be glued. And the reason you put like the masking tape on the back is it literally just gives you some stability there and some sort of makes it a little easier to work with. And like I say, ideally you would use if you can find the wide mask or the wide two-sided tape, that's actually the easiest because you literally just peel that sucker off of there and peel that little backing off and slap it down. Okay, there we go. Get all the scraps out of my way. We have have Tim Holtz papers, the tissue paper. We have napkin strips. I found that little napkin strip there. And we have a digital print. I've got it upside down. Okay, now you guys can see there's very different textures and looks to each one. They all look a little bit different as far as their, you know, like texture and the way they work out. But each one is absolutely gorgeous, and I mean, it looks really great. I'm going to show you the piece of paper slid up under. I'm not actually pulling them down because I need to use them, not put them on this. But you can see kind of what they look like against paper. You can ink the edges, which is a gorgeous touch. Where's my ink? Is there any? Can you believe there's no ink on my desk? I haven't actually been in this. Yeah, there is back here. I haven't actually been in the studio much today. I've been doing more of like bookkeeping. Guy's been here all day, so you can see you can kind of ink the edges. Some will take ink better than others. The tissue paper takes it really well, where washi tends to kind of resist the ink a little bit and smear. We won't talk about how I know that. Because I'm obsessed with inking everything. You can kind of see it there, but here it is on this. Okay. And you can see. There, I'll leave that so you can see both sides. Let's do it on this. The Tim Holtz kind of resists the ink, so I don't tend to ink it as often. What am I? Oh. Wow, that's why that looks weird. I'm inking in black, you guys. You see here a very first, because I do not ink in black. That had, I was making faux stamps the other day, and that had my stamp on it. I didn't bother to look at what I had. Okay, I'm putting that away because now I'm going to have to work on these to make them work for what I wanted. But it's okay. I actually like the black on that. So maybe it was a happy accident. Okay, so you guys see that. Real quick, I'm going to show you one more way to make washi tape that is, I didn't include this. This is literally spur of the moment here. You're getting art on the fly. I'm going to slide those up out of my way a little bit. We'll bring them back in a minute. But you can use watercolors and the masking tape. And I don't even take the masking tape off of the thing to do this. And to make sure that it dries quickly, I do not use water on my watercolors. I use alcohol. And probably not the best thing for my watercolors, but is fine. I can't find my paintbrush. I have to hide it from Phoebes. She finds it and she tries to eat it. Okay, so we have our watercolors. You can see my messy palette over there, which actually we're going to need that because we're going to put some water in there, or alcohol. It just dries way faster. And yes, it works basically the same. So, oh, it smells so yee. Sheesh. Okay, let's split a couple of these. Should be enough right there to play with, shouldn't it? We can kind of work a little bit of these around. You can see we're already getting color. So we'll just come over and pull some more color in. And you find wherever your thing is and just start swatching color on it. Doesn't need to be perfect. I have even been known to do this number to get some color on there. Actually, at the moment, I prefer that. Go figure. Because this gives the sweetest, softest look. And is actually really nice. You can see it is drying almost as soon as I get it on there, to the point I am having to moisten everything again, which is fine. Because we're just going to do a couple of just a little strip of this to show you what it looks like when it's all finished. And I will even swipe through several colors to get the blending to make it look kind of like galaxy or something. Get some more of this green. I liked it. Okay. And that's good enough. To show you what it looks like, I have to set those aside and let them dry for just a minute. And it is basically already dried. So we're going to peel it up so that you can see what it ended up looking like. And you can see that was literally just with me taking my finger and smearing paint up and down that. If you do it a little more cautiously, you can come out with some really, really, you know, if you're doing it with not just to do it quickly, but if you really wanted to paint on it, you could do some really pretty paintings. I paint like a toddler, you guys, okay? Just straight up gonna say that. I can't paint. Painting is not my thing. So here you can see a strip I made the other day. I did a watercolor strip, but I don't see it now. I may have already used it or stuck it somewhere because that's how I operate. But there you go. We're just going to leave that rolled like that. Move that back out of the way. That was not part of our thing. No, do it this way. I don't think it'll stick. We'll just let it sit like this because that was our bonus roll. Bonus tape right there. Okay. There you go. You have watercolor, digiprints, napkin, tissue paper, and collage paper. DIY custom washies to match your journals. And it costs almost nothing to do, which is a bonus win-win in my book. Okay? So before I go, I just want to remind you guys that Jesus loves you so much he died for you. If you've not trusted that fact, then I'd urge you to do so today, because nobody's promised the next second. We all got to check out sometime. And whether you know it or not, you're going to go somewhere, either up or down. You guys want to go to heaven, okay? So if you've not trusted the gospel of your salvation, then I would love, love, love to tell you about my precious Savior, tell you the greatest love story ever, and get you settled for eternity right now. So just drop a comment below or look me up on Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, all that stuff. There's links up in my channel art up there. Or you can type in and like Google Miranda McCulley, Sunshine and Grace JJ, or journals. One of those phrases works. If you have any questions about anything, the projects that I make, or your eternal state, y'all get a hold of me and it'd be my joy to answer them. If you have not already done so, hit that like button. If you've not subscribed, please do. And comment below to let me know what you think of our DIY custom washi. And be sure to follow the rest of the videos in this collab. Just type in hashtag JJ tips, tricks, and hacks. I believe I'll link that down below, okay? I'll put the hashtag down below. And I'll put everyone else's information down below too for you to follow. This collab is awesome, you guys. I mean, hands down, top notch. Loving it. So, y'all have a great day. We'll chat soon. Grace and peace, and bye-bye.